What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In. It's your boy Monkey.
And bro. What's up, people?
We are back with Call of Duty's Attack of the Undead season. We're playing Horde Point mode, and today we are diving into a quick recap of the first 2 days of conferences, which are going to be covering the EA conference, the Xbox conference, and Bethesda's conference. Oh my god, there's so much.
It's crazy. Watching this Xbox stuff, I'm so excited. I haven't played Xbox, and with that, I haven't played Xbox in quite a while since we've been playing the PlayStation. But I literally just bought an Xbox, waiting for it to come in the mail, and I'm very excited for all these games.
Yeah, there are seriously a lot. But we're going to start off from Saturday's conferences, which were from EA. Now, I'm going to be honest here. EA's conference was a little bit of a letdown. Personally. And I'm not the only one who thinks that either. Like, a lot of people have been saying that EA's conference, like, they had the low ball. The focus for EA was definitely on their sports games, which, I mean, EA does a lot of sports games. Like, they have the whole EA Sports thing going on. They got that going for them. But I know a lot of people aren't, you know, super excited for sports games. Like, sports gamers are a very niche group of people, I would say. Would you agree, bro?
Yeah, I would. Like, I do play like the 2K games and Madden from time to time, FIFA. I play all the sports games, not gonna lie. But I think it's the same thing every year. Nothing really changes except they update the roster and they try to improve gameplay, but there's nothing really exciting about it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just, like, if you're a hardcore gaming fan, then oh my gosh, you're gonna freaking love it. It's that simple. But if not, nope.
We're going to start off from where EA started off with, and that's going to be Battlefield 5. I mean, honestly, yeah, it does look really good, and it looks like they're doing a lot of, like, they're setting themselves apart from Call of Duty's World War II, which we're playing right now. They had to make themselves different, and so I think they're...
Call of Duty's just going to copy, that's right. That's why. Basically.
But it looks like, I mean, they're doing the same thing that a lot of developers are doing, and they're adding a Battle Royale mode. That was a little throw in there. That was pretty cool, because who doesn't love Battle Royale modes at this point? But I don't know. I'm actually kind of excited about seeing a Battle Royale mode in Battlefield. That's going to be kind of fun. It looks like they're going to be doing a much bigger focus on character customization, soldier customization, and stuff like that. And that's always fun, because they had a little bit of that in Battlefield 1, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of shooters lately are really putting a focus on customization, like really making the game feel like it's yours.
And that's a great thing to have.
I like it.
It's true, because you know, when you play video games, you're coming together with friends, people from across the world, and being able to have your own character in the game is something unique. It's you.
Exactly.
You're putting yourself in the game. It makes it special.
Exactly. One thing I also found really cool is that they're bringing back like the really big destroyable environments from like the Battlefield Bad Company days. And if you play Bad Company, you know everything could fucking be destroyed in those games. And this one, they literally showed a tank just rolling through a fucking building, and that's insane. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Like they said, you cannot hide from tanks. Tanks will just come in and mow your ass down. And I think that's just plain fun. And what we also saw with this whole tanks is that they're going to be having movable AA guns, or movable like anti-personnel and anti-aircraft guns. Like, you know, if you played Battlefield 1, you know that they have these guns that are placed throughout the map that you can take advantage of. Now, they're being able to like basically hook them onto a tank and move them around with you.
Ooh.
Right? That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I'm down with it. That's pretty hot. Plus, they're bringing back war stories. They're bringing back the ground operations. We got a first look at ground operations, and that's pretty cool. They did a little bit more about Battlefield 5 in the Xbox, and they featured one of the war stories. I forget the name, and I'm sorry for that. It's like Nordley's story or something like that. But again, they didn't really show a lot. But yeah, exactly. Now I have to admit, the ground operations do look a little bit like Call of Duty's War Mode, because they are featuring some sort of building. Like you saw like a little bit of a picture of a hammer in the trailer. So that's got everyone thinking that they're going to be doing some sort of building, and that's what they did in Call of Duty's War Mode. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they make it different, and even if they incorporate the whole building thing into their Battle Royale, that'd be kind of cool, like a little Fortnite thing. But anyways, moving on from Battlefield 5, they gave us a look at FIFA 2019. Now, for me, I'm not a huge fan of sports games. I'm just not. I think they're lame. I think they don't do much different. They mentioned the Champions League for FIFA 19, and they said that the campaign of FIFA 19 is going to feed directly into the Champions League. So I think that's kind of interesting. Now again, I'm not super into sports games, so I don't know what a lot of this means, to be honest. I just know that any single player activity that feeds into multiplayer activity, I think that's cool. And they also announced that FIFA 18, there's a trial of FIFA 18 where you can play the entire game free right now. They also gave us a sneak peek on NBA Live 19. Gotta admit, it looks kind of good. We gotta look at Madden 19, and apparently Madden is finally coming back to PC, which is a big thing because apparently Madden's been just gone from PC for the last few years. So that's pretty badass. Yeah, well, they're bringing it back. Madden 19 is going to be on PC, and Madden 18 is also going to be able to play on PC.
I would actually like to see how that gameplay is going to work out.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this is through the Origin Access Premier. Like, this is their new, hey, look at me up top. But yeah, Origin Access Premier, Andrew Wilson, the CEO at EA, said that they're putting more of a focus on streaming, and they're bringing in their whole Origin Access Premier, which is going to bring Madden 19 to PC. FIFA 19 is basically like Xbox's Game Pass. Like, you pay a subscription service, and you can play all these games, like stream all these games. And I think that's really cool. It's going to launch later this summer. There's going to be a new PC subscription service, and Anthem is going to be included on the Origin Access Premier on launch day. So you can stream that on launch day, which I think is so badass. Now, one thing I mentioned just because it was in the thing, but personally I thought it was so cringy. It's a new Command & Conquer game for the mobile, and it's a new real-time strategy game. And they had two guys play through it and shit, and I'm just like, okay, does anyone actually care about mobile RTS games anymore?
Not really, but well, I should say it depends where. Maybe not here in the US, but usually in the over like Middle East and stuff.
Yeah, I guess. It looked like every other RTS game ever, so I'm just like, you know what, whatever.
But there's only so much you can do for mobile, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you really can't do anything new in the RTS game. But I just wanted to touch on that because in case any of you are interested in RTS games, there's a new one coming. But going on to the big ones, and these are like the big releases and the big teases that we've been getting from EA. There is a new Star Wars game coming out, and it's actually a new Star Wars. It looks like it's a new Star Wars for like single player game. It's called Jedi Fallen Order. It was given to us by Vince from Respawn, and if you don't remember, Respawn did the Titanfall series. So I am all over that because Titanfall is an amazing game, and them doing a Star Wars game, hell yes, give it to me now. It takes place between episodes 3 and 4. Apparently the Jedi are being hunted, and you're playing like a Padawan who survived Order 66. So it sounds pretty interesting. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what happens. It's coming holiday 2019, so it's probably going to be, again, like January. I hope. I really hope it's January. If it's not until December 2019, oh, I will be angry. Staying on the Star Wars train, EA, of course, brought up Battlefront 2. And while Battlefront 2 still may have left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, it looks like they're going to be introducing a new squad system, so you can easily jump in with your friends and stuff. And that's always fun. Playing with friends is always fun. There's a new there's going to be a new Starfighter mode focusing on hero ships. So if you want to see like a big match between the Millennium Falcon go up against Slave 1, and I cannot wait for that. That's going to be kind of fun. Starfighter mode is probably my favorite thing about Battlefront 2. So I'm all for that. There's going to be a new large-scale capture command post, which also features capital ships, so that might be another starship mode, which again, yes, please give it to me. I'm all for it. And then they're also going to be putting more of a focus, like the next few heroes and stuff, and gameplay is going to be more focused on the Clone Wars. So there's going to be General Grievous, Count Dooku, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker. And I am, again, all for that. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I mean, even though Star Wars Battlefront 2 is not the best Star Wars game ever, I'm still excited because I love the Clone Wars.
Anything Star Wars you're excited for.
Exactly, anything. Honestly, you can give me anything Star Wars and I'll be excited for it. I'm a Star Wars whore. We got 2 EA originals. We got a sequel to Unravel called Unravel 2. And if you haven't played the first Unravel, highly recommend it. It's a fun game. It really is. It's really cute. It reminds me of Little Big Planet, to be honest. This one, they're bringing in, instead of one character, it's 2 characters. So there's going to be 2 Yarnies. And they're putting a focus on co-op. You can play the entire game cooperatively. And I love that. And you know we're going to be playing it on this channel. Oh, by the way, you can get it now. They released it to play. It's $20. You can get it today, or yesterday, technically, or Saturday by the time this video goes live. So you can find it on whatever store you're on, Xbox, PC, PlayStation, you can find it. The second game was featured for EA Originals is Sea of Solitude, which is really, it looks like a really, really emotional game, because apparently it's focusing on feelings of loneliness. The main character is turned into a monster because she was so depressed and lonely and everything, and you as the main character are trying to find out why she is this monster and if you can save her. And I think that's really cool. I think it's really going to touch on some really important feelings that some certain people will really, really relate to. I'm all for it because I've had some emotional struggles in my life, so I'm all for games that help me relate and help me deal with that stuff, honestly. And Anthem was probably the one thing that saved the EA press conference, because up until then it was kind of meh. They lowballed everything. We got a lot about Anthem. We got a lot of information. They had like this big talk with the whole BioWare team and everything. It was really cool. It's kind of going to be an MMO, because it's going to be, what they called it was Our World, My Story. It's going to be a living shared world. However, your base of operations, where you go after you go out into the world, is going to be a single player experience. And I really like that because, yeah, exactly. Because they're really trying to make this not be like Destiny. So we got a lot of information about the story. We got to know what the story is going to be like. Apparently there's like another faction in this world who is trying to use what's called the Anthem of Creation for to like make it into like a weapon, basically. And that just sounds interesting. I mean, really interesting, because we didn't get much of the story in the first game. So it's good to know that we have the story. We got to get a lot of information on the gameplay, and more specifically the javelins, the exosuits that we're going to be getting. And it looks like there's 4 different kinds of javelins. And what's really cool is it's not like Destiny where you just choose a class at the beginning of the game and you're like bound to that class, you know? Like in this one, you can have whatever javelin you want whenever you want. All you gotta do is go back to the base of operations and change. And I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. Like you can just change your suit whenever you feel like. There's going to be 4 different classes. There's going to be the Ranger, which is the balance. We only got information on 2. There's going to be the Ranger, which is the balanced class. Colossus, which is the heavy class, which we saw a lot of at E3. There's going to be the, what is it? The Interceptor, which looks like a more fast-paced class. Then the Storm, which is more, looks like as like a magic-based class. And the Storm, to be honest, looks awesome. The Storm suit just looks so cool. I'm excited for it. I like that you're not going to have to just be bound to one class. I'm excited because I want to like, switch up and really be Iron Man. Like I want to have like a room full of suits. Like fuck it, why not? Apparently this map is going to be huge, like absolutely huge. It says definitely not a Destiny clone. The co-op is even optional. And I think if you want to like compare this game to anything, it looks like it's operating more like Monster Hunter World, where the world is sort of free roam. You can go out in the world and take like bounties and work and shit, but you don't have to do it with co-op. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. And the world, of course, is shared, you know? Like everyone sees the world at the same way. So I think this is more along the lines of Monster Hunter World rather than Destiny, and I'm happy for that because I don't want another Destiny, to be honest. They have initial release date for February 22nd, 19. And so
Because
far,
that's the
there's
date for
like
everything.
6 games being released on the exact same day. So I'm putting like a shit ton of money aside in preparation for that one day. We're probably going to be doing a big talk about a lot of these games on Friday, so we're just running through these really quickly now. So if you want to hear more information about these games, you can check out our live stream on Friday evening. Alright, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this episode, please slam that like button. If you want to let us know your thoughts about E3, please do so down in the comments section below. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more of us covering shit like this, like E3, this entire week is being dedicated to E3, and we're doing a live stream on Friday. Please subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell so you get notified when we go live. I believe on our social media and stuff when we go live. It's going to be a big ass talk with a bunch of the hosts talking about our favorite stuff about E3, giving you guys a little bit more information that we could not fit into these episodes. So yeah. Stay excellent, and I'll see you guys in the next dive-in.